All right, everybody, I'm back for another Messages of Hope intuitive oracle reading, and I'm doing this one differently. So this one, I will admit I am experimenting a bit, but I thought this sounded really fun. So I am going to put on some music in just a moment here, and I have 8 decks already in front of me, and I'm just going to be doing 2-card pulls. So pulling one card from one deck, one card from another deck, and see what shows up as some guidance. So within this, like all of these, but within this particular one, there can be a lot of insights, a lot of intuitive confirmation for whatever's been showing up for you related to a variety of subjects. So I'm going to put on some music and let's get to it. Okay, so let's see here. What do we want to start? I'm just going to start with the Every Day is a New Day deck. Every day is a new day. Yes, it is. Let's see our first 2-card pull. What's the first card? What card wants to come out of here with a message for our viewers today? We have, what if nothing is wrong? What if only good can come from this? What if nothing is wrong? What if only good can come from this? Okay, before I elaborate on that, let's see what else. Okay, I'm gonna pull from this deck. Okay, let's see what's the additional message to go along with the first card. Okay, we have beauty. Wow, of all things, I was not expecting that one. And we see what looks like a blonde-haired girl brushing her hair in a mirror. Okay, and she looks, she's a full-bodied woman. So I'm just going to throw it out there. Is there a part of you that thinks there's something wrong with the way that you look? Is there a part of you that thinks there's something wrong with your body shape, how you look? You tend to criticize yourself when you look in the mirror. Notice there's also lots of golden sparkles all around her body. You and your body are perfect just as it is. It's some of the best advice I've ever been given. You are perfect just the way that you are. And with that said, we always know, all of us, there's always room for improvement and blah, blah, blah. And yet, right now is the best time to start loving yourself, to accept yourself for who you are, for where you are in this moment. And then you can move forward from there. There's nothing wrong with you. What if you looking the way that you look is just right for, let's say, maybe you're trying to get out there and date, right? And the guy who's going to be just the right fit for you is looking for someone who looks like you. Okay, look at that. Some waves of, self-love and self-acceptance. Okay, we've got that. I'm gonna try leaving those out, but we are gonna shift into a new 2-card pairing. And okay, I'm gonna move over to the tea leaf deck. There's tons of cards in this deck. Okay, let's see. So I'm gonna pull from 2 stacks of this because it's so huge. So yeah. So, okay, moving into our next message. What is the first? We'll be doing 3 cards here. So the first of 3 cards. We already have 2. Okay, so it might be more than 3 cards total. So I want to pull from the other one too, the other side. Okay, what adds to this? There we go. Awesome. And what's the next deck? We're gonna pull from the mirrors deck. Let's see. I don't know. Are you liking this music? What are you thinking about it? I don't know. I think I'm gonna turn it off. I'm gonna turn the music off because I think it's maybe a little bit of a distraction for me. So there is that. And I'm just gonna pause for a quick second. Okay, just wanted to make an adjustment there to the audio. Because actually, I wonder how that came through in the first part of this video. I don't know. We'll have to see. Okay, let's see here. We have flowers, happiness. We have seahorse, family matters. And we have broom, new home, new attitude. And we also have intention. What is your master plan? Okay, so because this is like messages of hope, right? That's what we're doing. My initial inclination was to think, okay, is there some shift going on in your family life, in your home? The previous reading done, posted before this one had to do with going through a relationship change. So I'm inclined to say, is someone getting divorced? Or is there, a breakup of a long-term relationship, and maybe one person has to move to a new home now? Maybe it's a breakup of a family, a shift in happiness. And as I say all that, I actually want to highlight, we don't need to go in that direction with any of it. So these readings are always take what resonates, leave what does not. So what is your master plan? If we look at things if we were to look at all situations in life as neither good nor bad, but just simply what is, then we get to choose, how do we respond to something? How do we experience something? So on the one hand, if you are experiencing some dramatic shift in your family life, in your home life, this is saying new attitude about how you view it, because your intention matters. So what is your master plan? If things are being uprooted and you're not feeling so happy, then what is your master plan to get you and your family, or maybe it's just you, back on track and in alignment? Or on the other hand, let's say things are going really well right now, right? New home, new attitude, family matters, seahorses. My understanding is that seahorses mate for life. So, we don't have to assume that anything is necessarily shifting there. And heck, maybe you're even getting married. We have flowers and happiness. Maybe there's a wedding going on. What is the intention that you're going into your marriage with? What is your master plan? Right? What's the path that you're pre-paving so that you have a successful marriage, right? So that you and your husband are set up for whatever it is you desire, right? The life of bliss, or maybe it's certain goals you want to accomplish together, or just, certain understandings that you both want to have with each other as you communicate, throughout your marriage, throughout your days, how you're going to navigate challenges and how you're going to raise your children and all of those kinds of things, right? What types of vacations are you going to take? Are you guys on the same page or not on the same page? Yeah, we don't have to assume the negative, but yeah, I shared with you one way to look at it if that was the case. But I think there's actually more of an assumption here of good times, of the happiness, and of things falling into place, and for you to remember your power. For you to remember your power in how things play out. Set an intention, because your thoughts are ultra powerful. And yeah, as good as things might be right now, things absolutely can be even better. What's your intention? What's the intention that you're setting? Okay, that was a fun one. I really love that. That was great how like that just really feels like things are already good and in place. That isn't that nice? That's so nice. I think it's so nice. Okay, let's pull. Okay, we're going to do. So we're moving on to our next duo of cards. This is from the Oracle of Mystical Moments. Okay, what's the first card from this deck that wants to come out with a message? Ooh. Okay, well, I'm going to take it. We got 3. We got 3. And then I'm also going to pull from the Rebel deck. And for those that don't know, these ones are pretty in your face. Sometimes a little, maybe a little harsh, a little direct. Got some curse words here. I think these are also kind of fun. So let's see what message is going to go along with the 3 cards we just pulled. Okay, there we go. Okay, let's see. We have. What do we have? We have the gardener. We have touch the sky. And we have protective nest. Okay, and then for the Rebel deck, we have, I guess I got to cover some of this up. We have shame, regret, and guilt. Those are just BS. The back says, forgive. Let that ish go. So what I'm getting here is this is another family scenario. So we've got a family that has planted its roots and has maybe been very firmly planted for a very long time. And, many years. And, maybe you've lived in the same house for all of those years or whatever, but there may be a desire to not change anything. And you just want to protect. You want to protect the nest. You want to protect your home, maybe protect your offspring, protect, what you've created, what has been. And you're going to go at all costs. You're going to literally put it on your head if you have to, so that it's protected. But notice at the top of that, this nest is right on top of her head. And notice at the top of that, there's also a crow. And so this is reminding me that we don't have control over everything. And her dress is made of feathers. And at the same time, you are always watched over. Always watched over. I mean, look at this one. This one also has a girl sitting right on her shoulder, right? So yeah, are there some resentments within your home, right? Maybe something took place. So again, some sort of change that maybe you don't want to see happen. I mean, this could be going back to the previous scenario where I started to talk about, potential changes in the home. Right? Because there's kind of a similarity here is what I see. What I'm also getting though is that no matter where you go, so whether this be just simply a change within the home, or maybe it's you actually uprooting and moving somewhere else, regardless of how the external environment may be different, you are still taking with you all the seeds that you've already planted, right? The seeds of the way things work in your home, right? Or the relationships that you've built, the traditions. There are going to be certain foundational elements that you have grown over time that you'll be able to take those with you. Now, maybe not all of them, because maybe, some of them are changing. And that it could be what is so uncomfortable. But at the same time, there's a certain foundation that you've laid that is still, I believe, is still usable. But there's a degree of flexibility being required here so that things can continue to be peaceful and harmonious, right? This could be children leaving the nest. I mean, I know we're uh, right now at the time that I'm recording this, we're in late May, so there's people graduating high school, college very soon here. So this could be, certain maybe children leaving the nest, and maybe you're a parent who does not want to see them go. You do not want to see these changes. You're not ready for the change, right? They're ready to take flight and leave the nest, but you may not be. And so maybe you are questioning certain decisions or actions in your parenting over the years, and you're being asked to forgive yourself. Shame, regret, and guilt, those are BS. Forgive. Let that ish go. And so what does that mean? If you're going to allow yourself to forgive yourself, if you have regrets, you get to do things anew, do something different, right? What would you like to change then? If you're really not happy with how things went, you can either sit in that regret and shame and guilt, or say, okay, I didn't know then what I know now. And you know what? I'm the next level version of myself today. And so what am I going to choose to do now? Yeah, there's a sense of, someone being closer to the ground in the home, and an element of other people wanting to like take flight and expand, spread their wings and fly. And maybe a mom, or it could be a dad, but a parent who's wanting to just kind of like, nope, nope, not going anywhere. You're right here. You're right here. You're going to stay with me. Yeah. So, I don't have children, but I can imagine that, because, yeah, I can imagine that would be a lot. So I empathize with if you're dealing with that, and I hope you're taking time to love yourself and connect. Here, let's do one more. Let's do one more to here. We'll do We'll do a gateway oracle. Let's do a gateway oracle. Yeah, hello, right here. Accepting what is. I accept and embrace my inner majesty. Accepting what is, right? So the changes that are taking place are sometimes so hard. And the more that we accept it, then the easier we can move through it. Let's see, is there another card from the Gateway Oracle to add on to the current message? Emerging into grace. I open my soul to grace. So this may just be a time of everyone in the family changing, and there may be a degree of just needing to allow yourself to feel what you feel. Give yourself grace. Anywhere you're starting to feel bad about yourself, forgive yourself. Nurture yourself, reparent yourself, right? Maybe there's an aspect of you feeling like, I don't know, are you wishing that you were a better parent or a different parent, right? Something along those lines. And that's kind of opposite from what I was just saying. So I don't know why I just said that part. Yeah, there's looking deeper. Deep within me is a majestic radiance. If you're feeling so many emotions because so many changes taking place within your home, within your family, There are gems to be mined within this situation, gems to be mined within you, even if you have, situations where you might feel called to forgive yourself for whatever. And sometimes the only way to find those gems, those gifts, is to go within and mine for them. Take time to listen. Listen within and learn. And some of the, so I might talk about this stuff as if it's easy. And that's because I've been doing this kind of stuff literally since I was a kid, or a teenager at least. But I do get that this kind of stuff may seem really confusing or challenging. If maybe it hasn't been your go-to thing for however long, right? So don't be afraid to reach out to someone for help. You don't have to do that in our journey alone. I don't believe that. I mean, there are elements of it where that, it's a solo journey in a way, and yet you don't have to do it all alone. I mean, ultimately, we aren't alone. There's always the angels, our spiritual team, always, always, always there for us. But in the human realm, right, it can be good to have someone else as part of our support team who is not part of the scenario, and not someone who's not already part of your family, and maybe not even a close friend. Maybe you just need someone who can have an objective perspective to help guide you in going within and mining for those nuggets of gold out of your situation. Yep. Okay, let's move on to another one. Where are we? We're at 20 minutes and we've done 3 scenarios so far. Okay. Maybe we'll just do one more. We'll see. Okay, let's move to, let me see. I did 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. We're going to pull from a tarot deck that you've seen me use many times. Let's see here. So moving into our 4th message. What's the first card that wants to come through? We got 2 cards there. Okay. And going to get our second card from the Coffee Cup Oracle. Okay. Is that? Okay, I'm going to go with all 3 of them. Okay. So we have, to start, we have authority and we have movement, choices, decisions. We also have key, and it says lock, unlock. We have wheel, endings, beginnings. And we have ocean, distance, journey. Okay, so what I'm initially seeing is this reminder that you are the one with the authority over your life. Even in times of chaos, when it feels like we're not, we absolutely still have, you are the one you are the thinker of your thoughts, right? You are the feeler of your emotions. You are the one who's in the body, in a body, gets to take physical action, regardless of what spiritual guidance you feel like you've been getting. You always can choose to act on it or not act on it. You are the one with authority in your life to make certain decisions. And even if there are some things that you wish you could do, but you can't, because not everything is in our control, right? What can you do? That's what I'm getting. What can you do? You still have options. You still have choices. And so it may require you to look at some different doorways then, right? If we keep looking down the same one and we're just not seeing the options at this point, then okay, it might be time to, look in a new direction. Look in a new direction. What are some other options? Um, could be all sorts of things. Could be time for a lot of newness. And what I'm getting over here is, yeah, this is, yeah. Yeah. So there might be a theme with all these different 2-card sets, Okay. So you are the one with the key. You are the one at at the driver's seat. Maybe there's one phase of your life that is ending, which always means there's another phase that's beginning. And maybe there's a part of you that is just feeling lost in the vastness of this change. If it's such a huge change, you might be feeling like the sun is setting on the life as you've known it up until this point, on your life as you've known it up to this point, and you might be feeling like it's just going to be so much work, or you have so much further to go in order to get to land again. And if all of these 2-card sets are to paint a singular picture, I want to say, what if nothing is wrong with that? Right? You could have some deep feelings about a situation, but I think it was the last reading. The last reading I did where one of the cards said something about, the changes that are happening now are actually in response to what you've prayed for, what you may have energetically asked for, put out into the universe. And so what if all the changes that we're seeing take place that might, leave us feeling lost, confused, feeling like there's such a long road ahead of you? What if only good can come of this? So we're talking about a huge mindset shift, right? Now you don't have to leap there, but if you're in this space, this is something to consider, and could be just something that you simply hold space for. Like, you know what? Okay, maybe. Maybe you don't feel this is true yet. And the more you allow yourself to be present with your emotions, the more you allow yourself to remember, you know what? Okay, I don't have control over everything, but I do get to choose what I think and feel. I do get to choose what actions I take next. And the more you allow yourself to consider new opportunities, new directions, that's going to get you back into the space of really realizing that you are still at the wheel, at the driver's seat. You do still hold a key in your hand. Yeah. I'm going to let this be complete here. I really, really, really hope that the music I played at the beginning does not come through, does not sound weird. I'll have to play this back and see what that sounded like. But let me know if you liked this. I did. I actually liked this. This was fun, something different. Let me know what you think. It's always great to have you here. I appreciate your likes, comments, subscribes, shares. I do a few of these every week, and it's great to hear back from you too, what you're taking away from every message of hope or any video at all that you see on my channel. Thank you for being here. Have an amazing day. Know that there is always, always hope. Always, always. Have an amazing day. I'll see you again soon.